1934, the Hays Code came crashing down on Hollywood. And Betty...
What was happening? What was that? Today we're watching kid movies are getting weirdly sexual.
I went to watch that new SpongeBob movie. What's up with y'all and all this?
Have y'all seen the advertisements?
Whoa. I understand he's a sponge, but is that what we doing? That's how we coming now? That's what we on?
Seen what is in that?
What is happening? Hey, yo. Yo, this is gonna be a good ass video. Y'all know what to do if y'all bang with it.
It's inappropriate.
Social media is in a frenzy after Ice Spice went to the new SpongeBob movie premiere wearing this outfit.
Like, do we not remember this? They have put adult jokes inside of children's movies for years. There's literally nothing wrong with this movie.
Just because they put content in kids shows in the past doesn't mean it should continue or that it's right.
SpongeBob used to be a silly and harmless show. Yes, it's had its questionable moments, but there was always some type of innocence to it. Now, the new movie has parents...
Whoa, what's going on? Thong is just straight butt cheeks? I don't remember SpongeBob being like that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention as a kid. I remember the tights and the heels that Patrick was wearing. I didn't care. I wasn't doing that. So I was just like, okay, but like straight up butt cheeks and a thong? Damn.
And social media collectively
Ice Spice was in the movie? Why?
Concerned and wondering, what in the world is happening to children media today? Dirty jokes and kid cartoons and movies are nothing new. If you grew up on 90s cartoons...
Ren and Stimpy, all that early 2000 cartoons were crazy.
You probably get it. But something about children entertainment looks a little different now, and the more you watch modern kid entertainment, the more you realize the innocence is being ripped right out of them. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the history of cartoons and how subtle, dirty jokes that used to go over our heads have turned into whatever this is.
Look at Plankton, look at his wife, and look at me. That bitch has a whole lot of ass. Damn.
Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. If you...
For sure. She's speaking for me and her both.
Wanted to learn something new today, you're in for a treat, because what if I told you that cartoons were never originally for kids?
We know that cartoons are for children, but they're also profoundly not for children.
Well, the history of cinema in general, is one that is made originally for adult audiences. From the very beginning, there were all kinds of lewd jokes and innuendos and references.
That was funny though.
that kids might not get, but adults surely did.
Back in the early 1900s, cartoons were played in theaters late in the evening, so the main audience were adults unwinding after a long day at work. These cartoons were filled with...
All right, hold on. All right, bro. Are we serious? Are we serious right now?
Racism, visuals, and overall way too aggressive for kids back in those days. Betty Boop was a mainstream symbol, and the visuals and themes in the cartoons were, let's just say, not the most innocent. It wasn't until censorship stepped in and television expanded worldwide that cartoons started being packaged as more kid-friendly.
In 1934, the Hays Code came crashing down on Hollywood. And Betty...
What was happening? What was that?
Got caught in the wave. Betty, once a nightclub headliner, was recast as a domestic figure. She started out representing the liberated spirit of the Roaring '20s, but by the end of the decade, she was barely recognizable.
When the Hays Code came along, it enforced strict moral guidelines that banned things like profanity, suggestive dancing, and violence in cartoons. So if you thought cartoons were sweet and cuddly, think again. Now, with all this censorship in play, animators couldn't have Mickey Mouse smoking cigars and Betty Boop flashing the audience. No, they needed to start making movies that would clutch at your heartstrings. They needed a movie that would make hundreds of families around the world sit around the TV and laugh.
Today in the Walt Disney Studios in Hollywood, there is coming into being something entirely new in entertainment. A motion picture called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The first full-length feature animated production in cinema history.
Damn.
Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven
They had the hose out for that one for sure.
Dwarfs proved that high-quality, family-friendly movies could not only be a massive financial success, but they could also entertain children without parents' help. This is the era of babysitter cartoons, where cartoons would basically raise children on Saturday mornings.
Fred Flintstone, Bugs Bunny, and other shows like The Jetsons, The Alvin Show, Beanie and Cecil, Tom and Jerry, Mighty Mouse, and Woody Woodpecker, all of these cartoons would see their success repeated when their episodes were rebroadcast on Saturday mornings, helping solidify that time slot as the time to target advertising dollars to the teens and under market specifically. All became longtime staples of Saturday morning.
So now, cartoons were basically kid-only, with many of them following the same formula of clean jokes with simple stories and most definitely family-approved messaging. Now, I would be crazy if I didn't bring up that weird era of...
This is what I'm talking about. This show was wildin'. This show right here was wildin'. Oh my gosh.
Weird cartoons. Yeah, that era.
Ren and Stimpy is one of those shows that my parents hated it.
Yeah.
They saw the characters, they're just like, this is dumb, and they're ugly, and this isn't funny. And I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this, because every time they do something in this show that's gross, I don't want to watch it, but they do it so often that I'm like...
Ren and Stimpy was, I watched it when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and I loved it.
And that was bad. That's bad. Ren and Stimpy, bro, everything I remember from Ren and Stimpy, the memes, everything that was happening in that shit was not meant for anybody under the age of 15. I don't even think it was under the age of 18, bro. The amount of jokes, the things that they were doing were wild.
I laughed at it, but I have memories, like vague memories of Little Justin, like that show freaking me out.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Over time, producers started realizing that parents were never too far when children were watching their shows. The parent was either folding laundry or reading a newspaper on the couch, making dinner for the family. Believe it or not, as inappropriate as a lot of these jokes and family-friendly movies and cartoons were...
Arnold, you make my girlhood tremble.
Are you male or female? And how do you tell the difference? Is that how?
Hey, stop peeking!
They were mainly aimed at the parent who was co-watching.
When you couple this postmodern take on familiar tropes,
I don't think that one was as bad.
With such a wide range of comedic styles, you ensure that your show can be enjoyed by anyone. Kids can be drawn to the more overt sight gags and wacky antics, while adults will be able to appreciate the show's incredible wordplay and more nuanced written humor. It's an incredibly difficult line to walk, and Animaniacs seems to be able to do it in a way that almost seems effortless.
Not to mention, a lot of the jokes were so subtle and quick-witted that a lot of them just went right over our heads. That's why there's so many clips of people rewatching their favorite childhood show and realizing, this is insane.
Should we do that? Should we do that? I think I may do that. I may tap into that.
Cartoons that ruined my life. Number 1, Ren and Stimpy.
This is number 1 for everybody. Hands down.
An episode where Ren decides he wants to live alone because of how annoying Stimpy is, and ends up befriending a corpse that he later uses as a weapon to kill hallucinations of himself as different emotions. Imagine pitching this concept as a child's cartoon.
The dirty and weird animations were dirty, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them weren't lay it all out there dirty, if you get what I'm saying. Now, when Shrek came out in 2001, a lot of things started changing.
Mirror, mirror, show her to me. Show me the princess. Perfect.
The Shrek franchise proved that you could be a little bit more raunchy and still get love from not only children, but now parents. So now their audience was expanding. You see what's happening? Imagine how much more money they were earning now that 4 tickets were being purchased at the box office compared to a kid watching cartoons alone on a Saturday morning. It became normal to have a dirty joke.
I'm not a rich man. I'm a poor man. But these people betrayed me.
or 10 in a movie. Now, the first movie that did go just a little bit too far for some parents' taste was the live-action Cat in the Hat. It pushed the boundaries even further, becoming one of the most controversial kid movies at that time.
It's hard to put all the blame for its
oh my gosh!
failure on one person. One of the biggest criticisms for the film was its inconsistent tone with too many adult jokes. It's really just hard to determine who the film was for. Parents were upset and uncomfortable, kids were confused, and critics were repulsed.
And it was at that point that dirty jokes in children movies were here to stay, even if they made some parents uncomfortable. Today, though, something
That's fire. That one was good. Toy Story was good.
It's different with children's media, and it's becoming very hard to ignore. The emotionally intelligent and easy to watch programs were switched to more watered down and overstimulating movies that would bring families further apart rather than bring them together.
My dad knows Toy Story by heart. My mom has had to watch Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and Cars more times than she would care to recount. But regardless of how old these things got for the adults in my life, because they were on repeat and I was burning out VHSs, they were entertaining enough for them to actually enjoy watching these things with me and spending a little time with me. When kids' content is being so dumbed down and so watered down, it becomes that much easier for a tired parent to put some headphones on the kid, shove a tablet in their hand.
So let's paint this picture, okay? We have parents that won't go anywhere near whatever it is the media is calling children's entertainment. And then we have children watching said entertainment that, let's be real, is adding no value to their little developing brains. All they're seeing is violence and butts.
Y'all just went to watch that new SpongeBob movie. What's up with y'all and all this ass? Why is there so much gluteus maximus on the screen? Every 5 seconds in that movie, bro, I'm seeing crevices and curves that I didn't know animated characters had. Where's all this coming from? What are you doing?
It's very obvious that Hollywood and children entertainment are still pushing these dirty jokes, but something about them looks different today. Instead of them being subtle and quick-witted like we mentioned back in the day, they're provocative.
Reach of the day, but I think that the advertisement for the new SpongeBob movie is extremely to the point that it gets extremely uncomfortable.
If you felt uncomfortable watching the new SpongeBob movie, there was a hidden visual language that was going on that you didn't know about, and here's the secret. SpongeBob is iconic. A lot of us grew up with him. The show has always had jokes for kids and adults. That's not anything new.
Yeah, no, that? Whatever the fuck I just saw with SpongeBob doing, like, no, bro, no. What is going on? What is happening? And then look where the placement of the little tentacle joint is at. Like, nah, gang. Y'all, they're tweaking. They're tweaking.
But this movie hit different. The core theme is SpongeBob is trying to become a big guy. That transition from little kid energy to grown-up energy is normal. We all go through it. The problem isn't the idea, it's how the idea was shown. There are scenes that rely heavily on suggestive physical comedy, lots of butt jokes everywhere, not clear wordplay, not character growth, but exaggerated body-based humor that feels closer to Ren and Stimpy than the classic SpongeBob.
For sure. For sure, that nigga was spitting, because this scene right here, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what this is, but I'm not going for it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't want my nephew looking at that. I don't have no kids, but anybody under the age of like 16, I wouldn't want them looking at that. I'd be like, what is going on? Look at the placement. The tentacles is literally on groin and crotch, all right? Patrick's is on his stomach, which is like, all right, I can understand it. No, but look at this.
I understand that dirty and crude jokes, they're not going anywhere. But I'd rather have those little sly jokes that kids are not equipped enough to grasp. I'd rather have those instead of seeing Patrick's booty crack.
Permission to come aboard, sir. Me too. Only if you put on some pants.
I just want to say that I watched the new SpongeBob trailer, and what is up with these people trying to make our kids obsessed with butts? Why has Patrick got a butt like that? Huh? And the eye patch? That star don't got no p***s.
I don't know. maybe it's just me. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, Janae, this isn't anything new. There's been butts in SpongeBob since episode 1. Yes, we can be honest. SpongeBob is not the cleanest show, and it hasn't been since the 90s.
Look, doubloons. Don't drop them.
Brother is so lit. He said doubloons. I'm sitting here like, for sure. But then I'm looking at Soap. He's like, don't drop them. Even I got that. And I thought that, I still to this day think that's fucking hilarious.
SpongeBob, how do I look?
Wow, looks like those Iron Bun workout videos are really paying off.
About him. Wow! Oh, my foot! What?
No matter how weird it got, and I know it could get weird, there would always be a sliver
I don't know about
of
this part.
innocence. The butt wasn't the majority of the joke, if you get what I'm saying. So for the new SpongeBob movie that just dropped this year, I think people are so disturbed because there's not much that's funny about it, in my opinion. They just expect children to laugh at private parts. Now, while some people may disagree,
so I've seen a lot of people online talking about the new SpongeBob movie and how it's like too overly sexualized, right? And there's just too many suggestive poses, like this one what we've seen when Patrick has the eye patch around his crotch area, right? Like, do we not remember this? Like, I feel like y'all are just complaining to complain at this point, because for years and years on end, they have put adult jokes inside of children's movies for years. Like,
but that doesn't compare. Like, I hear what this brother's saying, but that doesn't compare to what is happening right here. That's essentially a thong. That is what they're trying to shoot for, right? And I understand that like most kids are gonna be like, oh, he has an eye patch where my underwear should be. No, gang, let's keep it a band. That is not what they're going for, bro. Like the heels and the like the little lingerie he was wearing does not equate to what's happening here.
Come on, bro. There's literally nothing wrong with this movie. Like, nothing at all. They've been doing this with children's movies for years.
And you may be freaked out too. That's the reason you're like, oh, okay, don't matter, right? Because you may be freaked out too, brother.
Have you guys seen the marketing and clips of the new SpongeBob movie? Like, it's actually genius, and it's making me really want to see the movie.
But I don't think those people understand that the new humor in this SpongeBob movie,
Isn't Gary a fucking animal, a pet? I understand they're all animals, but isn't he a pet? Why are they smacking ass?
Aren't just subtle, dirty jokes. They're literally just cool moves in cartoon form. And don't even get me started on Ice Spice's involvement and song Big Guy in the movie, with lyrics that read, off the wake up, I'm feeling my best. I bend over, I do my little stretch.
What is she doing in this movie? You guys wanted a celebrity cameo. You guys like, I don't know who that one dude is where he shot his, like, he used his pecs to shoot them into the Krusty Krab at the end of the very first movie. He was a cool celebrity cameo, you feel me? Why is Ice Spice though? Like, I understand you guys are going for butt jokes and with her talking about Putin and farting and all this other shit. Like, y'all, no joke intended, but y'all, like, I understand you guys are trying to stay on a specific topic, but like, you couldn't have gotten anyone else. All right.
What do you mean by that?
I'm so tired of hearing this Ice Spice song for SpongeBob. Big Guy SpongeBob Pants Okay? What even is that, and who idea was that? It don't match. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just weird.
If you don't know who Ice Spice is, she's one of the biggest breakout rappers over the last few years, well known for her, let's just say, visuals that are not meant for children in any way. And while she's not popping as much as she was about 2 years ago, everything about her style, outfits, and her choreography is, let's be honest, suggestive. And while there's nothing entirely wrong with that, what is wrong with it is her having any involvement in a children's movie.
Hey, check out my new single Big Guy for the new SpongeBob movie, search for SquarePants.
Did she pay them or did they pay her? Because she's talking about, oh yeah, this is my new breakout, or this is my new song, and then like they have her in the movie. Who is this? Who is this fucking song for? Like, what?
Please tell me if I'm too woke. I don't know why I feel weird about Ice Spice being
like collabing with SpongeBob, because I feel like it's like SpongeBob is for children, and it's fine whoever she is, whatever. But like if I'm a child, I'm like, oh my god, I like this song, let's look up more of Ice Spice's music. If I go on TikTok and search Ice Spice, I literally just immediately see her shaking her ass. And personally, if I was a parent, I don't want my 7-year-old looking at this girl shaking her ass.
And then her wearing this outfit to the movie premiere. I literally have no comment. Most of y'all already probably know what's going on in my brain. I have no say.
People are mad at Ice Spice for wearing lingerie to the SpongeBob movie premiere, which was a premiere filled with children. But you know what? This wasn't her fault. Ice Spice shows off her bikini bottom and see-through lace dress at
That was a bar.
SpongeBob movie premiere. Is this appropriate for a kid's movie?
Fuck
What
no.
kid's movie? This looks like the kinkiest since Baby Girl. The marketing for this movie has been borderline fetish content. I would not be shocked if she looked at the marketing and was like, oh, this is a rated R parody film.
It's bad enough they have an artist that's well known for what she's well known for promoting this movie, but the advertising is insane too.
Whoever is the creative director at Nickelodeon, come to the front. I would like to have a word with you. Because why is SpongeBob on a billboard?
That's what I'm talking about! What? Bro, make it make sense. Bro, make it make sense. Like, bro, talk to me. Talk to me real quick. You know, man to man, man to woman, whoever, whatever you specify as, come to the front, bro. Come to the front of the audience. We all have a couple questions for you, bro. Not even, I bet it wasn't just him. Who's the marketing genius behind this shit? Who decided this was a good idea? Like, what?
It's kosher dill pickle gift wrap and nothing but some socks on. The fact that they target kids with adult themes and adult-like propaganda is kind of crazy. And we just sit back, don't say nothing about it. Ooh, it's cool. SpongeBob always been kind of off. You get what I'm saying? But he ain't never been this freaked out.
Is this not provocative? Is this not completely inappropriate? Why is the bow right there? Why is he biting his lip? I truly believe the main reason we're seeing programs and platforms like Nickelodeon push this.
What is this middle one? What? Bro.
Is because it's literally what children watch today.
Pregnant superheroes, Mickey Mouse in a pool of blood, Peppa Pig drinking bleach. Those are just some of the troubling videos that slipped through the filters and made their way onto YouTube's Kids app.
While I'm reviewing what's on his tablet again, why do it say beautiful cooking clash? What is you watching? Is that why you want your tablet back so bad? You've been watching beautiful. Look at these booty cheeks. Why is the booty cheek so plump right here? Why is your thing booty oriented?
With the rise of brain rot, not only is it overstimulating, it's weirdly disturbing. These kids are watching things and
Why were they all pregnant? Oh, okay. I was cracking jokes. I was making fun of things. Now I'm actually like, this video has actually made me a little more concerned.
Becoming desensitized to things that should make them uncomfortable.
Day one of watching kids YouTube has not gone well. I wiped this iPad, created a clean YouTube account, then trained it for an hour of only auto-played Cocomelon videos before watching every YouTube short it suggested, all the way through in order. This was the first short, and it only went downhill from here. This is the second one, and we're getting cats being on beds, so the mom cat beats the kid cat, making it bloody, then abandoning it. Then we get a cat bombing a pond of geese to make a coat, then a very weird AI ad for Polybuzz trying to get kids to sign up for AI chatbots, and finally, the first real video we get is a kid wailing. Yes, Those were the first 5 videos I saw after an hour of Cocomelon.
So that's why we're seeing this huge rise of kid shows and cartoons putting more dirty jokes and crude humor, a lot of butts in their programs, is because that's what children are enjoying today, which really lets you know where we are in this point of life.
Let's take a look around. Who's raising these kids in this generation? These electronics. Kids are sponges. What they absorb matters. I hate people that think it's not that deep, because what's the agenda here? Why would you ever be pushing these things onto children? These new movies, these new kid shows, they're all so weird. Why can't we have a normal kid show like Mickey Mouse that doesn't show a cheek or make a joke about sex? And why is that so crazy to ask?
I understand there's so many things that kids are exposed to way earlier than they should be. Not to mention, children are growing up way faster and they're grasping things a lot quicker. So those quick little dirty jokes from the 90s that millennial and older Gen Z are realizing today are a bit weird.
What the fuck is that? Is this motherfucker going from door to door selling condoms? Bro, I'm dead.
These kids aren't missing any jokes, because now these jokes are right in their face, bouncing and moving in ways
that was
everyone
okay.
can see
This was
is dirty.
okay. All right,
Thank
whatever.
you for tuning into the Girl Talk.
Hey, yo. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk, guys. The girl and guy talk at this point. Yo, Janae, your YouTube channel is fucking amazing. Thank you for keeping my ear to the streets. You're saying this is the Girl Talk. Hey, if you want to consider me one of the girls, I don't mind. I'm comfortable with it. I don't care. Thank you all for whoever got to the end of the video. Let me guys know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below. Like, sub ups, you know the deal. Like, sub up, grit your teeth and chase your dreams. We out.